So I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to be excited to hear this, but I'm holding the most shares that I ever have in my Webull account overnight, and it's a little bit over 3,000 shares. I bought because I saw it to be a dip buy opportunity. There's a lot of talk about something happening tomorrow. A lot of options expire. There's a big expectation of volatility tomorrow. Do I encourage everyone to hold? Of course not. I am putting 3,000 shares, $182,000 on the line. And it's because I want to I've done really well with AMC. I want to show you guys today alone. I was up over $15,000, $16,000 on AMC today. And it pulled back a little bit. As you guys can see during the extended hours, it pulled back just a little bit based off of overall highs that it hit. A majority of the action happened in my Fidelity account. You guys know that I had over nearly 10,000 shares. You guys can see that right on over here. So I made a little bit over $80,000, 87,000 to be exact. Not all from AMC, but a majority of it from AMC. I closed out a majority of my positions on a lot of tech. I will quickly talk about that. Please do not copy what it is that I'm doing. I'm simply here to share why it is that I do what it is that I do. I did close out my entire AMC position on my Fidelity account. I'm fine with holding 3,000 shares because of what's to come tomorrow, what the expectation is. If AMC crashes tomorrow, I'm just gonna have to do my part in managing my risk, and that's on me, right? Put yourself in a position to succeed. If you want to hold, great. If you don't want to hold, all power to you. Just understand there's two sides to every opportunity, right? I'm excited. It's a high risk, high reward type of approach, and I'm excited to follow up with it. See if we finally get the squeeze that everyone has been expecting because of the idea of a lot of people having to cover their short positions, and also the idea of options expiring tomorrow due to it being Friday. So very risky plays. And I'm just at one point today with my $87,000, and I'm up $10,000 on the day now for AMC. I was up over $100,000 in comparison to both accounts, right? Now I'm at like 97,000, so I guess I can't say that. But I'm super excited. We're above $60 a share. We're still holding strong above that. Everyone knows that was a very significant price point. We pulled on back today at lows of $50. I think $51, $52 during the pre-market session. I did my part, right? For those that are asking, I wanted to show you. I decided to, again, and I want to be open. I'm not going to pretend to be an ape or whatever it is that you guys call it. I like being open with you guys on the shares that I'm holding. I'm not going to pretend and say, yeah, I'm holding $600,000 of AMC. I'm not in my Fidelity account. I can't mitigate. I can't tolerate that risk, right? That's a lot of money for me. If AMC were to crash, I don't want to lose $600,000. So because of that, I closed this position out. And these are my sell orders. I sold them in a lump sum. Average purchase price, anything from $62 all the way up to $63.50. So I did decide to lock in profits in my Fidelity account. It was an amazing day trade opportunity. I focused a lot. I bought nearly 10,000 shares of AMC at the lows of $50, $51. I feel like a lot of people viewed that to be a dip buy opportunity. I think it's one of the main reasons because so many people bought so heavy at these lower price points. There was so much buying pressure, and it really just acted as a positive catalyst and shot this thing right through the roof, right? So I think we did a great job with that. There's an obvious resistance right around $63 a share. You guys can see that here. A lot of resistance levels, a lot of hesitation of being able to break above $64. Once it began to pull on back, I just didn't hesitate. I closed out my Fidelity position, but guess what? When it sold off, I began to kind of read up a little bit more on this short squeeze for tomorrow and the anticipation. And I was like, okay, I normally hold 1,500 shares, 1,000 shares overnight. I am doing this for myself. It's a higher risk, but it's a higher reward. And I decided to hold 3,000 shares of my AMC. I now want to not talk so much about AMC. Just wanted to provide you guys with an update and why I'm holding, but as well as why did I sell a lot of my other positions. You guys can see that I have a very light position on Tesla, and then I sold a couple of my other long positions. Look at the NASDAQ market. This is all I want to ask you. I'm not here to convince you. I'm not here to persuade you. You guys know that I do my part. and buying when it makes sense and selling at overbought levels. This is the 180-day 4-hour time frame. What do these 3 points have in common? Patterns tend to repeat themselves. They don't always have to. I hope the market only continues to go up. But my job is to prepare for the worst. And because we're at these overbought levels, we're approaching 14,200, which is all-time highs, right? So it wouldn't be much of a surprise based off of previous resistance and previous rejection that it gets rejected once again. What happens when the NASDAQ composite pulls back? When the NASDAQ market pulls back, so does tech. So why would I be fully invested in tech when we're at a potential resistance level? That is why I decided to load off on a couple of my shares, meaning sell a couple of my shares to anticipate and prepare for a pullback. I want to make sure that if the market does pull back, not saying that it will, but in case it does pull back based off previous resistance levels, you guys can do your own analysis, that I'm prepared. And I want to have enough buying power to buy again at these lower levels to be able to ride it back for the recovery, just like we did the past time. We prepared at all-time highs. We talked about it, prepared for the crash. Again, it's YouTube titles. It's just for what it is. But we did a really good job selling our positions, waiting for the pullback, buying when it made sense, and then averaging up into it, and then loading off when it makes sense. I hope it continues to go up, but just in case it doesn't, I want to make sure that I do my part in being prepared. I wanted to update you guys on all of my positions, not just AMC, and I'm excited for tomorrow. If you're deciding to hold, I want to know why. And we just have a lot of people kind of just, they're holding for, the cause, they're holding for the movement. I want to know, like, what is your target sell price? I think that would be very interesting to hear. Is your target sell price $77? Is it $100? I hear people saying at $420, I'm going to sell my shares. I don't know what it is. I just want to understand the reason why you're choosing that dollar amount. And I want to see if anyone's dollar amount actually makes sense or if it's just a hypothetical number that they make up. Nothing against it, just make sure that your actions today and that your actions in the future are something that prepare your future self for success. So I wish you guys nothing but the best. Hope that it earned your thumbs up. Please consider subscribing, and I'll see you tomorrow for our live trading session. If you want to join us, make sure to click that second link down below. We'll see you tomorrow at Market Open. Take it easy, team.